And apart, again, where does your information come from regarding drugs, illicit drugs?
School, like mostly, because we do a lot about drugs, and we like people come in and talk to us about drugs and alcohol.
Do you think that has helped?
Yeah, a lot more than like my mum and dad do. Then help me. You get more educated about drugs at school than you do at home. Probably something what would work for me is like having an ex-drug user tell me like this is what I used to be, and like you see how he's changed and what happened to him, like because he's there telling you in first hand what happened, what he did when he was on drugs, and then you'd like think, oh look what it can do. That would probably work better for me, if like an ex-drug user came in.
You know, like there needs to be more of a shock value, maybe real life stories of people actually going in there, you know. For example, I think I'd be scared if my mum had actually come into my classroom at 37, not me personally, but obviously went into a classroom at 37 and said, look, I've lost 6 children, I've highly addicted to heroin over the years, and obviously calculate how much she's actually put on that addiction, you know. And it might, you know, I'm not saying obviously you try that at school, but you definitely might try some drugs, and then, you know, because there's different forms of where you can take heroin and things like that, but maybe they would go on to that, or maybe they've seen it around them and not wondered or thought, you know, oh come on, it's cool and things like that, and it's really not. But I reckon if people were to go into a school or even sixth form at that age and things like that, really, obviously youth clubs, and you know, to get the real shock value.
Did you receive any information at school at that age about sort of drugs?
We did, yeah, but it was very, very limited. Very limited indeed. It was just the very basics.
Do you remember what they told you about that time?
To put it in a nutshell, it was basically drugs are bad, don't touch them. And that was it. That's all you got.
What do you think would be useful to give them?
I think some time alone in a controlled environment with people who have had experiences on drugs would be helpful. Just so they can have some personal time and have a conversation about it and where they've been and what they've done and all the rest of it. To get some idea of what happens when you start using drugs.
I think I don't know, maybe if they organise something organise a person, or even, organise a person or a group of teenagers or something that have been through drug relation experiences and stuff to come into like high schools
and talk about it,
but in a way where the young person can relate to the person they're talking about. Because if you I don't know, with me, because when I was a teaching assistant and youth worker, I found out that a lot of the kids related to me better because of my age and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think age does have a big part to play with it, because I mean, if you're, say, I don't know, 70, 80, and you're telling me about weed and stuff, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. Yeah. Make it fun and make it memorable for the young people, do you know what I mean? Like, so they can go home and it wouldn't, just don't make it an ordinary boring lesson, you know? Like, definitely, because that would help a lot.